Hey guys, Ashley Rodriguez here with Brian Webb, my co-anchor. We're here for Fox 10 Talk today on this Sunday, and we have quite a bit of news. We usually have more news on Sundays than Saturdays.
It used to be the other way around, but I think you're right. Lately, we've been hopping on Sundays, and we
And
are again today.
this Trump administration has been bringing the breaking news on the weekends, let me tell you.
If you look at any newspaper in America, the word Trump is in virtually every headline. Trump, 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 Trump. And I'm sure he's loving every minute of it.
No, I was talking to my friend, and since he officially ran for office, so like 2015, I think his name has been in my mouth every single day for the last 10 years.
No kidding. Personally, whether you like or dislike Mr. Trump, I kind of crave a government that you don't hear, that does a good job, but you don't hear about.
Oh,
that's kind of what I dream.
That's how it was back in the day.
Back in the day.
Now we have a media mogul as president.
True.
So
he knows how to use
us in business.
He knows how to use it. That's a good point. Good point. He helps pay our paychecks, doesn't he?
Yes. So first off, we are monitoring a lake rescue at Saguaro Lake. We actually have our Taylor Wirtz down there because a kayaker, am I correct?
Yep.
Was out this morning around 5 in the morning and just disappeared. And they have been looking for this person and have not been able to find anything. So I don't know if we have Taylor on standby. Taylor, we sent you out there. What does it look like out there? What's the weather like? And what's the vibe?
Yeah, Ashley. Well, he was last seen at 5:45 this morning. So, that was almost 12 hours ago at this point. The lake is very normal right now. It's actually packed because, the weather's kind of hit below the hundreds today. Everybody's out enjoying themselves. We've been talking to boaters all day long that have been coming in. They have not seen anything, but, it's a different situation when you're doing a search out on a lake. A lot of the boats just looked like normal boats, even if they're law enforcement versus if you're out on the streets, people see police cars, but not a lot of people have been noticing things. But again, it is later in the day. But we've been driving around talking to people to see if anyone has heard anything. They haven't, but we do know the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office said that they found the gentleman. His name is Richard Powers, I believe. He's 65 years old. They did find his kayak and some of his belongings, but have not found him, which is worrisome, obviously, for a lot of reasons. So people we talked with, they were worried about that. And, they said they felt pretty safe out on the water, but they were in boats. And they said if they were in kayaks, it might be a little dicier just because it does get kind of crowded and that, it's not massive out here. There's not tons of room.
Do you know, Taylor? Well, first of all, as we look at the chopper video, that's a lot of turf to cover out there for starters. Do you know, did they say where they found his belongings, like on the side of the shore or floating in the water or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's any other details. No, they just said they've been located, and we actually just got off the phone with someone from the sheriff's office trying to get more information. And we said, is there a certain area of the lake that they're searching? Where can we go to kind of see the search efforts? And they just said everywhere. So at this point, they could be anywhere. I know our chopper was trying to locate them too. But like you said, there's a lot of different cracks and crevices in this area. So it's a wide thing to search, especially when, he was out there at 5:45 was the last time he was seen.
Probably not very busy. I don't know about you. I've gone kayaking. I never really think about the potential for drowning. I always have a life vest. And then if you flip over, you have your kayak. But I was looking at some stats, and last year, a 16-year-old who was not wearing a life jacket was in a kayak and also drowned. And then we've had a death pretty much every single year for the last 3 years.
At that lake, right?
At Saguaro Lake.
And when you think about, when I think of deaths at lake around here, I think of Lake Pleasant. I mean, it's just like, it was off the charts for a while. It seemed like every weekend something was going on at Lake Pleasant. So Saguaro Lake, to me, seemed like this quiet, peaceful, little safe place. Taylor, also, sorry to pin you down here if you don't know, did they find a kayak or just some other belongings? Do we know?
They found a kayak and belongings. So they found a lot of stuff.
Interesting.
That is very interesting. Yeah. Well, we'll have to see how this plays out. Again, I don't know how you drown.
With a life jacket. If you have a life jacket on, you just don't drown, do you?
Or the boat itself. You could just...
Yeah. I mean, and Taylor, that makes me think, I assume it's not choppy or windy or rushing water. It's pretty calm and peaceful out there, right?
Yeah, it's, your typical lake area. There's tons of families out here, tons of little kids splashing around kind of in those little beach areas. So it doesn't seem particularly threatening out here. It's very normal Arizona summer day.
The thing about lakes that freaks me out is you can just be walking in the water and then it just drops off. Like you don't know how deep a lake
You can't
is.
see down there, right?
You have no idea what swamp creatures are down there.
Exactly.
In 2014, some Scottsdale man drowned after cliff jumping. Then we had the houseboat deaths. Do you remember that? Where the houseboat went up in flames and people drowned, and a swimmer drowned near Butcher Jones recreation area. So, yeah, very dangerous. Don't go out there without a life vest.
The desert's nothing to fool around with. I mean, we do so many hiker rescues, and we do lots of drownings at lakes, and these seem like almost normal weekend activities that are routine and safe, but you just never know. I mean, it does. I would really like to know whether they found those things on the shore. That seems to make the biggest difference to me.
In what sense?
If the kayak and his belongings were found on a shore, I would think he would be safe on a shore. Maybe not, but if they were found floating in the middle of the lake, then we got a different problem.
You mean maybe suicide by lake? Yeah.
Or the creature from the Black Lagoon grabbed him. I don't know, but it's
or he's lost and he'll be found. She'll be found. Do we know it's a guy?
I think we know it's a guy.
It's a 65-year-old man, Robert Powers.
Half of me thought, Taylor, to be honest with you, so many of the times, I mean, we get a lot of missing people here, not necessarily on a lake, and they always seem to, not always, so many times seem to show up later, and I thought, well, there's a half a chance this guy's on his couch already, and we just don't know it, but the fact that they found some of his belongings, adds to the plot twist here.
That's the hope for sure. And I want to correct myself. Actually, it's Richard Powers, 65-year-old Richard Powers. He's, your typical. Let's see if we can hold that picture up, maybe Brian, to the camera. If anybody, is watching this, it's white hair, white man. So, you see him,
Also goes with my theory in life. The buddy system always is nice, right? Like just go with someone. I don't know. A lot of people love their solitude. I get it, but nice to have somebody there when you're on a lake in case something goes wrong.
Never know what's going to happen. All right, Taylor, well, keep us updated and let us know if there's any developments.
Thanks,
We're going to see the 5 o'clock news.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
What do we want to talk about now? We also had a horrible hit and run
slew of hit and runs
overnight after the one we covered yesterday with that awful video.
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to show that video again, Ashlie, if we have that, but how many do we have overnight? Three? One fatal, right?
Yeah, I believe so. And within the span of 12 hours, I do not understand how people can leave a scene after hitting a human being. But obviously, many times when you leave the scene, it's because you've been drinking. And if you're hitting human beings in the middle of the road, you might be under the influence.
Yeah, you got to think there's a secondary motive to get out of there. Drinking, warrants, immigration. I mean, the list kind of goes on, right? But for some reason, you feel like it's worth it to get out of there, even if you're going to leave a human being left there on the side of the road.
And when we leave the Fox headquarters here on the Saturday night, we're in the downtown area and it's busy and there's a lot of foot traffic and there's a lot of people who are drinking. I imagine that's the same way kind of in Tempe and like different popular drinking spots where it is very dangerous to just be walking around.
That bar up the road, how busy it gets on Saturday nights?
Tax Bar?
I'm always worried
that somebody's going to step out in the street. I know.
I mean, because I'm usually in that lane as you are, because I know we both turn on to the I-10 there. So you want to get in that right lane, but that crowd is just right up against the road. There's no room for error.
No, there's not. And if they've been drinking too,
yeah.
The other issue is just transients out there that are crossing the street willy-nilly in the middle of the night, not in a crosswalk.
And we usually haven't been drinking as we leave work.
No.
Typically. Not always. Anyway.
Yesterday, maybe a little bit. All right, here's the video right here.
He's down there at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy, survived tours in Afghanistan, and right there...
Boom. Oh, my gosh. I mean, the car didn't even stop.
And it looks like to me he's going to pull over there, and I think, he's just pulled over to the side of the road to get out of the way, and he's going to go help this guy.
And then the worst part about this story is he's disoriented. He's still in traffic.
Look at him. Try to get up, and he stumbles.
He can't get up. Oh, I cannot imagine.
It's hard to watch. And then finally, some bystanders, good Samaritans come by, and because he's going to walk. I don't know if you saw this yesterday. Anybody out there, but he's going to.
Oh, he falls
He
backwards
falls again, and then he starts walking toward the middle of the street just as some cars are coming. Thankfully, these people show up. Just look at him. He's going to go walk right into traffic.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
he's so out of it. He got hit really hard, and Taylor did the story yesterday, and we had to blur his pictures because his face was really banged up. So just a warning, late at night, do not, if you're going to be a pedestrian, be very, very vigilant.
Yeah, it's I don't know if Phoenix is worse because our crosswalks are so long and wide, or what's going on out there. But
well, I'm a bike rider, and I don't feel safe on a bike out here.
No.
There's a lot more protected lanes like California and like other places I've lived. Out here, the drivers are wild.
I try to remind myself to just assume he's gonna go. He or she's going to go and hit me. So if I see that there's you can't see in tinted windows, and you don't know if they see you, I just go around them because it's not worth it.
Yeah.
You want to talk about?
You want to do this?
Sure,
okay.
let's do it.
So the big international story is obviously President Trump met with Russian President Vladimir Putin, and pretty much looks like he's cozying up to Putin's side, where he wants to make a peace deal where Ukraine pretty much gives up the Donbass region, and Zelenskyy is like, hell no.
He's been saying that since day one, and this has always been the narrative. We'll stop if you give up the territory we took or that we want, but that's been going on for years now, and nobody that I have heard speak, as in European leaders or other heads of state, believe that's going to be the end. It's going to be more of a green light for Putin to do more.
And tomorrow we're watching the White House because not only will Zelenskyy be there, but we have a lot of European leaders coming to be with him. They don't want a repeat of the last time he was disrespected in the office, and they support him.
I think that's a good move to have the other European leaders there, don't you? I mean, just instead of just one-on-one and get in another Oval Office.
Well, they don't want Ukraine to give up this land either.
Right.
So Trump is going to have to answer to all of Europe for siding up with Putin. So we'll see how that plays out.
All right, everybody. Just going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with some more fun stuff, including. Hey, welcome back to Fox 10 Talks. On the weekend edition, we have Hans Peterson joining us. He's our movie expert, like the only person in the building who's actually been on a real movie set in the movie and said the lines.
Oh, well, just Little House on the Prairie. As a little kid, I was a little orphan.
Oh,
extra.
that's amazing.
Just an extra. Yeah, I was
And you didn't end up like in drug rehab or some
Laura
That's right.
Ingrid Wilder. I read all the books.
Oh,
I
I know
watched
you
the
do.
show.
The books are great.
And remember,
okay?
the little sister, Laura? No, the little sister is now a
Melissa
real
Gilbert.
housewife
Oh, really? Wait,
of
Melissa
Beverly
Gilbert.
Hills. Kyle Richards.
Oh, yeah, Kyle Richards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you avoid drunken drugs and life?
Who said he avoided it?
Yeah, I don't know. You got anything to tell us?
Yeah, I think just no. I mean, being an extra is such a. I mean, you're just sitting in the back waiting, doing nothing. I mean, I did do a Lindsay Wagner TV movie, which was a lot of fun, and Jonathan Banks
The
was
Bionic Woman?
Yeah.
Oh my
Bionic Woman
God,
was in it,
70s.
and Mike from Breaking Bad, and he was like probably 30
Really?
years younger. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
Anyway, that's my. Yeah.
Can you understand that life? Like, if it cannot be good for a kid, a few of them get out, like Leo DiCaprio. A few of them make it out as respectful people.
Well, he
but
even
so many
admitted that
stories.
he's got like the maturity of a 32-year-old.
Did he
That's
really?
why he dates younger women. He's stunted. He's totally stunted.
Because you're just you can't be a kid. If you're bossing people around as a kid, there's a
Right.
problem there. It's supposed to be the other way around.
Right. There's no one to create discipline for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Melissa Gilbert
right.
turned out all right, though, right?
This is true.
I don't know about
think she did.
Kylie. What's her name? If she's on Beverly Hills,
Kyle Richards.
Well, he
yeah.
saw Freakier Friday, last weekend?
Yeah.
And that's Lindsay Lohan, so she's coming out of it. She's.
hope so.
Yeah.
So. But she had to hit.
She is. She's
I hope
coming
she hit
through.
bottom. She
Can I
probably had to
ask
hit
you-
bottom.
Did she look like she had work done when you saw her in the movie?
Oh, heck yeah. What do you mean? Come on.
But
little
not,
bit,
but
right?
not as much as some other clips I've seen
Yeah.
of her.
Okay.
It looked like someone was like, lay off the Botox, just please. I mean, I don't know if she does it, but
Of course she does.
She looked more natural than I had seen her in recent years.
Yeah.
I thought she looked better than she had
She
in
looks
recent
great.
years.
I
She
was
does.
wondering what she got done.
Mm-hmm.
She looks great.
How old is she now, though? Probably 30?
She's got to be my age.
She's I think about 34. I know she's old enough to have had a 15-year-old kid. Like they did the
Oh.
math where they realized we can't do Freakier Friday until
they
she's
did
old
the
enough to
math.
have been a
I
mom
see.
so that she can switch places with her daughter. And so she's
Got it.
that much.
Got it. And you saw, do you want to talk about, is Eddington the big movie?
I mean, Eddington's the big one on demand. I mean, you can watch it now on demand, even though it's still in theaters. And Ari Aster is the director. He's known for horror films like Hereditary, which, freaked me.
really dark horror.
Yeah. And this is less horror, more of a dark comedy thriller. That's set in 2020, the time when we all were wearing masks and there was a lot of paranoia around. And I would say the film was not everything I'd hoped for. The third act maybe lacks a little cohesion, but some might call that subtlety. But
What is it about? Is it about COVID?
It is. It's about COVID, and Joaquin Phoenix plays a sort of a bitter sheriff who leans to the right. Pedro Pascal plays the mayor in this New Mexico town, and he leans to the left and is telling everyone to mask up.
So it's like,
but he's still hosting a party where everyone's wearing
sure
masks.
is, sure is.
Halfway down. Yeah.
So a little bit about the hypocrisy of it all, but also about where government should lay down the law and let people make their own decisions. Kind of thing?
I think there's
That's
some
how
of
it
that.
started, I
Did-
would say.
What's that?
What
Yeah.
did?
Eddington.
Yeah,
No.
because you
Oh,
all
you
saw
saw it?
Eddington also. Yeah,
Yeah,
Ashley,
get in
Ashley
here,
and
Isabel.
Isabel saw it.
Ashley's a big.
Yeah, no.
They both did. Okay. Where are you
Yeah.
Yeah,
guys all
we
going to
saw
these
it.
movies? When do you
Hey,
have time to
man.
go to the movies?
I know, right? I
Before
know.
work.
It's like an 11
Before
o'clock
work?
screening. Oh, there you go.
Yes.
Before work.
No, it's weird because that's how the movie starts. And then you're right, the third act's like, what's going on here?
Right? A little bit.
It just goes from being very realistic to a lot of things going on right now.
Yeah.
So
it became a little hyper real at the
So
end.
it falls apart then.
I wouldn't say that, but it wasn't as satisfying as I'd hoped. It's not a pat
I mean, you
ending, but-
gotta nail the landing, man. I mean, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
How
I-
was Joaquin Phoenix's performance? Because he's
great.
amazing.
Oh, yeah.
He's great.
Stellar performances and great cinematography. I will say it's beautiful cinematography. Yeah.
I think Pedro Pascal's having a moment, but I don't think he's a solid actor. I think he's having a moment.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa,
He's a great actor.
whoa,
Really? I
throwing
don't
it
think so,
down.
huh?
No.
Okay.
Pedro.
He's great in Last of Us, which I'm in the
Take
middle
that.
of season 2 of right now, which...
I think he's having a moment.
Did I ask this already? Did he get famous because he looks like Burt Reynolds? A young Burt
I don't
Reynolds?
believe that. I could see that.
You did ask that,
I
yes.
did ask that already.
On a
Yeah, I see
previous
that.
episode.
Dementia, sorry.
No.
But I've heard that.
Also in theaters, I should talk about what's in theaters.
Okay.
We've got Highest to Lowest. It's got a 90% critics Rotten Tomato score.
Is that with...
It's Denzel Washington and Jeffrey Wright. It's directed by Spike Lee.
I really want to see that.
Okay.
And A$AP Rocky is in that, right?
Yes.
He's
What's it
gorgeous.
about?
It's a crime thriller about a
Okay.
music mogul played by Denzel Washington. He's the target of a ransom plot, and it's actually a remake of Japanese director Akira Kurosawa's 1960s film High and Low.
Oh.
Only this is set in New York City, so you got a lot of texture. 2025 New York City.
Sure.
You've both lived in New York City, I know, right? As well, and I have too. So it really sort of it's a love letter to New York City. You could
Oh,
say.
I love
That's
it.
good.
Love
Yeah.
movies
We all
like that.
lived. We all lived like within basically a few blocks of each other at different times, didn't we?
Is that right?
You were Upper East Side, right?
I was Upper West Side, 100th
Oh.
Street.
My bad.
Where were you both?
Upper East Side.
Upper East.
Upper East Side,
Yeah.
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 I had friends over there, so I'd walk across the
Walk
park
across
and
the
see
park.
them. Yeah,
Good old New York.
miss New
Good
York.
old New York. So,
And
are there any original ideas? Well, I guess Eddington's original idea.
That's
but
true.
But we're
That's
doing
true.
a lot of
a
remakes.
lot of remakes. That's true.
mean-
The other big movie in theaters is Nobody 2, so we got another sequel.
Okay.
Which is
That's with the Better Call Saul guy, right?
Yeah, Bob
Okay.
Odenkirk. He stars as the mild-mannered family man with some special skills. I don't want to give away too much because when I saw Nobody 1, I was really surprised by it. But I'm not a big action fan, but I really enjoyed Nobody 1. So Nobody 2, if you're an action film lover, you'll likely love this
Well, I'm a
franchise.
Bob Odenkirk lover,
Yeah,
yeah.
right?
You
Especially
like-
like
you
his
like
old
it.
comedy days and stuff. It's
Yeah.
great.
Well, and I
Was it
love
called
the
the
fact.
Mr. Show.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good one.
And how often do people become stars when they're what was he mid 40s by the time he
And
he
fun
hit it?
fact, he got turned down for the role as Michael Scott in The Office, and that was pretty devastating for him. But it allowed him to, I think, take on the role in Breaking Bad, which really made his career take off.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, good stuff, man.
Yeah.
But before
Get
you
out
go,
of here. No,
Yeah,
get him
yeah,
out of
I'm
here
outta
because
here.
Richard
Oh, yeah,
Sines is
before we
waiting
go,
over
is there
there.
anything-
We don't want those two to get in a fight over
You
like
made it.
airtime.
The wonderful Richard
Good
Sines.
stuff, Hans. No, thank you. Appreciate it.
You're the man.
Eddie,
You're the man.
the jury's out
Should
on
I
Eddington.
see Eddington?
Yeah, what?
Oh, yes.
okay, yes.
See it? So a thumbs up.
Thumbs up, at least see it.
Yes.
Kind
Do you
of.
Got
see
it.
Okay.
Eddington? It's pay-per-view and all.
Okay. Good.
All right, I will
Good
watch
stuff.
it.
Yeah.
I'm a big movie buff.
Are you?
Yeah. In your opinion, what's the greatest movie of all time?
Godfather.
Yes.
Perfectly made. It's just perfect. It's just
Yeah.
a perfect
Watch it
movie.
over and over.
But
Every
it's
time
Lord
it
of the
comes.
Rings.
What?
Lord of the, you know, I haven't not seen any of those. Lord of the Rings.
My top three. I'll give you my top three.
Okay.
Shawshank,
Yeah.
Great movie.
Goodfellas,
Great movie.
Field of Dreams, because I cry at the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are all great movies.
And I ask everybody this question, and Shawshank is the one that I get the most.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to be able to pull you along
I know.
about life in prison and how awful it is, and then they hit you with the,
Yeah.
escape.
Right.
Like, whoa. You
And
know.
he was like,
And the acting is so good.
Yeah.
and that
so
part was
good.
like, well, maybe we should ask her. And he throws the thing, and it, like, oh, that's how he got out. Yeah, it's
Isn't it
really,
great?
really,
Yeah, you're right. All of
good
it.
stuff. Good stuff.
What's that, man? We talking? What do you want to talk about? Football?
We're talking
or-
football, Sun Devil football, Cardinal football. It was preseason. At least they're playing games, right? A lot of people are like, oh, these preseason games are boring. I'm like, yeah, but you got to get through this to get to the regular season
Why
when
do
they really
they
do
have
matter.
a preseason? Why,
Well, because there's guys that are trying to make the team, and so coaches want to see. You can evaluate in practice all you want, but once you get them in a game type situation and they see how they react to whether it's a good play or a bad play, that makes a big difference. And that's what it's about. Even though they've cut the preseason down from 4 to 3 games, that's why I think a lot of these teams are starting to have joint practices where you saw the Cardinals and Broncos practice against each other. That almost serves as a 4th preseason game.
Got it. And so, what would you say? Is it legit that some guys on the bubble break through during preseason?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, is it the rare?
It's rare, but it does happen. Yeah, and not only will you, like, let's say you play well, but you don't make this the team that you're playing for. Another team is seeing you like, hey,
Okay.
that guy,
Okay.
Webb's playing pretty good. We need players at that particular position. So when you get cut from the team you were on, they can pick you up.
Do they do like in the movies, like have a gentleman's level of phone call? Hey, Richard, we need a cornerback. We saw you got rid of this guy over here. Do you think he might work in? And they be honest with each other.
Yeah, I think it all depends on sometimes it's a guy that used to coach under a guy,
Sure.
so they'll be honest with you. But yeah, a lot of times they'll talk to other coaches too, assistant coaches, and yeah, for sure they share information big time.
You gonna go to a football game, Ashley?
you gonna get me free tickets?
I got you.
How much are tickets usually? Are they pretty
It all
pricey?
depends on who they're playing too. You know, if the Cowboys come to town, that's going to be a pretty expensive ticket.
Because Cowboys are the best America's team.
Exactly.
Maybe this is the year.
I like where your head's at.
Maybe this is the year.
J-Lo's got more rings than they do since 1990. I'd say that.
That's good. How many games are the Cardinals fans outnumbered by the other team? Would you say like 50?
Not as much as before, but when the Cowboys come, Steelers,
Raiders,
Packers. Yeah.
You know what's so sad is being from San Diego and watching the Chargers play in LA and have the stadium just full of the other team. I mean, no one in LA is rooting for the Chargers.
And I used to love going to San Diego and watching games there.
Qualcomm.
Yeah. That was. Yeah, when they were leaving, I remember there was a talk about, no, they're not really going to leave. And I'm like, oh, they actually left.
But
really,
Dean Spanos made money and they lost all their fans.
I remember one time the Cardinals had a joint practice with the Chargers in San Diego. We went out there, covered it for like a week, and I was like, I can volunteer to be the bureau reporter in San Diego when it's 75 degrees.
Says, I'm like, you're from San Diego? What are you doing here? I mean,
Yeah.
it's paradise.
I know.
Nothing against Phoenix. It's a great 8 months of the year.
My sister lives a
hello.
block and a half from Petco Park.
Oh, wow, nice.
Position A.
Man.
Well,
Yes,
I'm
it is.
really
Right?
proud of San Diego voters for stepping up and saying, we're not going to fund these new stadiums for these billionaires to just make more billions off of our backs. And I mean, that could possibly happen here with what's going on with the
Well,
Cardinals,
they don't have
right?
a beach here. There's so many other things in San Diego going on where they're like, go to a game. Nah, we can go here. We can go there.
Right.
I think that's what makes a big difference.
Yeah,
Well,
that's true.
how much was the math involved? I mean, because clearly LA is such a huge market that they felt they could get some support somehow, right?
Right. Well, yeah, and they have two teams in that stadium, also. So you have the Rams
2 for 1.
and
They just share that.
yeah.
$800 million stadium,
Yeah.
Inglewood. Crazy.
It's funny because my nephew and I went. I took him for his birthday to a game there just for fun, but I know the traffic there is like ridiculous.
Ugh.
So I got a hotel walking distance, but
Are we going to get the tailgating in AC for
the Devils, they're working on it. They still have to build it, but
That's a game
definitely
changer.
plan. That'll be huge.
Yeah.
So but that area is not the best areas where the SoFi Stadium is.
Yeah.
So I remember we were like walking, and I was like, coming back at night, this might be a little shady. And so I asked the female officer who was directing traffic. I go, is this area okay? And she goes, well, maybe not at night. I go, you mean like after Monday Night Football?
Yeah, right.
And I go, keep my head on a swivel. She's like, yeah.
Good
But
advice.
it was fun.